Welcome to hotel number 2 of 6. So there will be some other location changes throughout this week at the festival. Day 2 is in the books. It was good. It was a good day. So I saw Good Boy, Leavers, and Steal Away. So, okay, let's start with Good Boy. 19-year-old Tommy likes his life as a criminal and leads his friends in acts of horrifying violence until one night he is kidnapped by a stranger and wakes up with a chain around his neck in the basement of an isolated home. I was expecting Good Boy to be a good film. I was not expecting Good Boy to be a great film. This is honestly a little bit of everything. It has tension, it has humor, a lot of dark humor, a lot of drama. It's a family drama. Like it is a family drama when you get down to it. But it's so funny. It's so tense. It's so good. It really is a great film. The cinematographer who did this film is the same one who did the film The Girl with the Needle. So obviously the cinematography is great. The cinematography in The Girl with the Needle was absolutely gorgeous. I wouldn't really call the cinematography in this film gorgeous, but it is really, really top-notch stuff. The writing is really good too. It had me actually surprised a few times during the film. Like I thought I knew kind of the path it was going down, and then all of a sudden you're off in a different direction. And it's great that you're off in a different direction, but it makes sense though. Like it's not something that's, it's not a twist or anything that's out of left field that changes everything completely. It actually does make sense for this film and this story specifically and how it's told. So that was really well done. When it comes to the cast, Andrea Riseborough is fantastic. The first, I would say maybe 30 minutes of the film, something like that, she maybe has one line of dialogue. And so everything has to be acted in her face and her body language and everything. There's Stephen Graham is amazing. And the way that he can switch between tense and dramatic moments and then tender and vulnerable moments, and he can switch just instantly between those two. He just slowly transitions from sort of one emotion to a completely different emotion, but it's not even just emotional, it's deep-rooted emotion and vulnerability and psychological turmoil. And he's fantastic. And Anson Boone, honestly, if Anson Boone was not as good as he was in this, it would fall apart. Anson Boone plays Tommy, and so Tommy's in the entire thing from beginning to end. He's in almost every scene. So he really needed to nail that performance, and he did. He was fantastic. Honestly, everybody in the film was great. There was no weak link at all. So yeah, Good Boy. So right now, I would probably give Good Boy a 4 or a 4.5 even. I might go 4.5. I'm riding the high on this film. Moving along to Leavers. This story surrounds a pivotal event. The sun does not rise for one day. While the world watches a new sunrise, mysterious events weave together the lives of a sculptor, a civil servant, and a security guard. So Leavers. I know that there's a lot that can be mined from this film in terms of what it's trying to say and how the film was constructed. I did have a small problem though with the fact that for maybe 70% of the film, I can't really see much. Because when the sun goes down, there's a lot of darkness in this film. And I just mean the sun goes down, that's the whole inciting incident essentially for the film, is that the sun does not rise for a day. But there's just so much darkness in the film. I can't see a lot of what's happening. So that didn't help because I was very, very tired when I was watching Leavers. And so all of the darkness did not help because I felt myself almost being lulled to sleep because I'm in a dark theater, the screen is dark, there's nothing, there's no real light coming at my eyes. There's a chunk of time in the film where it's not even all that loud either. It's kind of quiet. So I kind of felt myself being lulled to sleep. But I'm not going to hold that against it because that was on me. I was exhausted. So I can't blame the film for that. I just don't know if I understand it completely. And I don't know if I'm the only one or if there were other people in the audience that were also slightly confused. Like someone said to me earlier today, there is a heavy feeling in this film. And I felt it. I don't know what any of it means. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to feel it, really. Like, I felt it, but I don't know how to feel it, if that makes sense. I don't know how to unpack it.
It's just, yeah, a way of thinking. And it's not like a perfect model, but I just think it's like an urgent time to, like, I don't think a 3-point narrative is going to help save us from the end of the world right now. And I think watching something that sort of skews how you see the world is maybe more helpful.
It's one of those films where I'm very happy that I saw it. And honestly, everybody that was there for the premiere, everybody that was a part of this film, they really do seem like amazing people and amazing artists who came together to make this. I'm just kind of, I don't know about it. I don't know about this film. The one thing that I will say that was a huge positive, the sound design, amazing. There's just so many sounds in this film, and just some of them come at you with heft. Some are a little bit quieter. Some just sort of seep into the background. I don't know. It was really, really well done in the terms of the sound design. As of right now, I would give Levers like maybe a 2 out of 5. And really it comes down to just me not fully grasping what this felt like. It just, unfortunately, I just couldn't connect with this film at all. Next up is Steal Away. Fanny, a naive teenager, starts her journey to adulthood when Cecile, a mysterious refugee, is taken in by her charitable family. Gradually, both girls realize that the benevolent world they inhabit is not what it appears. I was very excited when I was able to get a ticket for this film. This is one of the ones that I really, really wanted to see. It didn't disappoint. The cast is fantastic in this. The story is so interesting, and there was actually a point in the story where it took a bit of a turn, and it went down a road that I was hoping it was going to go down, so I was happy about that. But for whatever reason, I thought that the movie was going to end like 10 minutes later, and so I was disappointed while I was watching it, because I was like, oh man, like, we're only going to spend a short amount of time on the road I want to travel on. But then it kept going. Then the movie kept going, and so I'm very, very pleased with how it ended and how the whole film came together.
It was, again, for me, like, I want to tell a story about the past, but also what is happening now in the present. You know, that same sense of refugees and so-called illegals being sort of taken off the streets. We're seeing it right now. And I wanted to tell a story that wasn't hopefully didactic, but sort of speak to that sort of collective history. You know, I think it was Mark Twain, who said that history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And so history is definitely rhyming right now.
Clement Virgo is incredible. Everything to do with this film is really, really, really incredible. You know, at this point, I would probably say 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. So here's the interesting thing. I think Steal Away is probably the better film, but I had not more of a connection, but I came away from Good Boy being like, oh man, that was it. That was incredible. But yeah, at the end of the day, I had a great time with all three. Regardless of the scores of the films or what I thought about them, I'm very happy that I saw all three of these. And all three were world premieres. So that was fantastic. Anyway, day 3 is up next. See you then.